everyone, and welcome to your Module 10 or Week 10 Monday Morning Breakfast Bite. Now, this week we're talking about security, privacy, and customer protection. And as you know, that is a hot topic right now. And not just in the retail business, but every business and aspect. And think about the banking industry. Think about doctors and hospitals and lawyers and their law firms and educational institutions, and we can go on and on and on regarding the importance of protecting our customer, our clients' data, and how we go about doing it. And what's happened, as you can see from the cases that you've studied thus far, what's happening now is the credit card companies are saying, hey, you know what, we're not paying this. If there's a loss, the liability is on you, customer, not on us, because you're in the best position to protect yourself, arguably. So you have to think about the fact that the amounts of money that companies have to put forth on an annual basis to provide basically 24/7 protection for their customers so that we're ahead of the game. Now, probably each one of us can talk about some aspect of our identification that has been compromised or something that has been compromised. I had it happen a few weeks ago, and I check my bank account on a regular basis, and I just happen to catch it right at the right time. And it's very important how you go about doing that, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you put limit notifications on your account so that if anything either falls below or that limit, if it's your bank account, or goes above a certain limit if it's your credit card, that you're immediately notified. Because that's how I found out somehow my bank account had been accessed via my debit card and from another state. So those are the types of things we have to do individually and personally to protect ourselves and our assets. But then as a company, we have to always remember that we have our clients and our customers that we have to protect, and how we go about doing that. So this week's material is focused on all of that. It's focused on what's happening. It's focused on the cost of the industries in general, and it's focused on what we can do to protect our clients' and customers' information to the best of our ability. Also, there's now insurance that's being offered to actually cover those situations where you have a security breach of that nature. So think about those things as you're going through the assignments this week. Also, you have the Module 10 discussion. You have the Quiz 6, but we have Team Deliverable 3. And for Team Deliverable 3, you're actually creating the PowerPoint for your presentation that you're going to utilize for your presentation. Treat the PowerPoint as though it is the closing argument on behalf of your client. So when you're doing so, you want to think about how would you set this up if you were approaching the jury box to give the closing argument on behalf of your client. You definitely want to make sure it's persuasive, but how would you start it out? Would you start out by saying, if you're the defendant, my client did not do anything wrong in this situation, and this is why they didn't do anything wrong, or if something was done wrong, this is why there's a defense to it, falls under such and such defense. You have to identify that. Open with your strongest point, close with your strongest point, and in the middle, you have to guide the jury as to why they should rule in your client's favor. It's a persuasive argument. You want to delineate and explain what the law is. You want to make sure the jury would understand the issue that they have to resolve, what their role is to resolve that, what's the law say, and now if you're the defendant, why the facts don't fit into the law, so you can punch as many holes as possible in the plaintiff's case. If you're the plaintiff, you're saying this is the law and this is why the facts fit the law. So remember, start with your strongest point, end with your strongest point. PowerPoints are literally roadmaps. So in other words, they're guideposts. They should not be a talking PowerPoint. You should not put everything that you're going to say in the slides. This is where you get to bullet point. This is where you get to keep it short and sweet. Go ahead and include some graphics if you want to. Be very careful about background themes, because if you use too vivid of a background theme, that can detract from your audience paying attention to you, because it may be hard to see what's in the PowerPoint. But think about themes that are going to complement your position, your client's position, and go from there. So that's what you're doing with the PowerPoint. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Otherwise, don't hesitate to contact your instructor. Otherwise, everyone have a great week 10. You're almost there. Just one more week, and then you do your presentations and your final exam. All right, have a good one.